It is a Saturday. It is around 1 o'clock. It's TitleTown Throwdown. With the host himself of the Clutch, Devin Taladani, I'm Nick LeBlanc. Welcome into the program. A lot to get to here today on this Saturday. Big NBA news went down yesterday, Devin. Brad Stevens in his first big move, his first big boy move as president and general manager of the Celtics, traded away Kemba Walker to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Moses Brown. Al Horford is back in town. The number 16 overall pick. I'll get your thoughts on that in a minute. And then Celtics, I believe, got back in exchange a third-round pick and a couple others.
Correct.
So, Devin, when this move went down for you, you're more the basketball expert than I am. I don't proclaim to be a basketball expert, nor do I want to be one. Your initial reaction when the trade went down?
So my reaction was thank God that it happened, because Kemba Walker, we all knew he was very injury prone. And when someone's very injury prone, time to get rid of him. So Kemba Walker, he was here for 2 years when we were in the bubble and last season. But he proved last season with his injuries that he couldn't contain and be in a Celtics roster / uniform. So trading him over to the Oklahoma City Thunder, great move. I'm surprised someone wanted to take his contract, because his contract is a lot. I think it's like $17 million.
I was about to say his contract was such a really bad. It was one of those day and age contracts that it's like at the time it's like, okay, looks good, and then after you look at it, it's like, why the hell did you sign this guy to that?
Exactly. And plus, we're getting our old friend and foe back, Al Horford.
And that's something too. The OKC basically paid Horford to not show up the rest of the year. So with Horford coming back, how do you think his impact's going to be? Because he's a little older now. His play style isn't the same as what it was when he first signed his big deal here in Boston.
Right.
What was it, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
So Horford's impact, how much of it will that affect the Celtics team, especially Brown and Tatum?
Well, I think it's going to be a huge impact, because when he was here not even 4 or 5 years ago, he was such a great father figure for the Boston Celtics with young Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. But now with him coming back to the Celtics, we have a certified center. He's going to probably play the 5, the 4. We're going to have probably Smart play Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. But we're looking for that point guard. We're still looking for a certified point guard. Maybe we could get Kyle Lowry, Lonzo Ball. But having Al Horford come back is a huge upgrade for the Boston Celtics. If I were to give this trade a grade, I give it a good B+ to start off the season.
Going back, and you said the Celtics need a point guard. Do you think this could possibly open the door for possibly maybe a Marcus Smart trade to happen to get that shutdown point guard that the Celtics need? I mean, Smart, fan favorite here with the Celtics, a fan favorite among his own teammates as well. But do you see Brad Stevens probably pulling the trigger on a Marcus Smart trade to improve the team from 3-point range?
I think another person that might be out of here in Boston is Tristan Thompson, because he's been a great asset for the Celtics, but having him and Al Horford on the same team wouldn't be a really ideal picture. So Tristan Thompson might be the next one out of here for the Celtics. Would I mind a Marcus Smart trade? I wouldn't. I think he could probably be part of like a Jaylen Brown deal for a Dame Lillard or a Bradley Beal, Lonzo Ball, or whoever the Celtics may impact. But, Marcus Smart could be on his way out from the Celtics.
Say Brad Stevens wants to entertain the thought of trading Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, which I fully do not believe he should at all. He should really keep the 3 guys together, Brown, Tatum, and Smart. Got to keep those 3 together. But what potential land spots would be good for, say, a Brown or a Smart, or you want to send them else somewhere on separate trades?
Well, here's the thing. We all know that this is Jason Tatum's team.
Mm-hmm.
From the start, ever since the Celtics drafted, ever since Danny Ainge got him, we all knew that Jason Tatum is the guy that we've been looking for. He's got a Kobe Bryant asset. He's got a LeBron James attitude.
Which I don't like.
Exactly. But he can play. He showed in the playoffs this year when he scored 50 to 60 points per game, 40 points. This is Jason Tatum's team. So if you're sending someone to acquire a Damian Lillard or a Bradley Beal, you send over Jaylen Brown, a Marcus Smart, maybe Romeo Langford, and you get some great aspects for the Celtics.
I said this a couple of weeks ago, and I'll reiterate it again. I'm not sure if you tuned into that show when I kind of just went on a rant on Brad Stevens.
No, I didn't see that one.
I don't want to see Brad Stevens kiss the ass of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart. I don't want to see him go down on his knees and be like, I'll do whatever you guys like. I'll do whatever you say. No! I don't. Isn't your fear that Brad Stevens might do what every other GM has done in this league and cater to the players, place a kiss and grab ass to them to make them feel happy and special?
I think he could be a better GM than he was a coach. I don't think he's going to kiss the players' asses. I think he could probably think, and plus he's a former coach for the team because he knows what the team is actually looking for. He has
an upper hand. I just don't want to see him turn into, be aggressive at first and saying, this is what we need.
Right.
This is what I want to do to see you guys improve and play with this guy, but I'm not going to cater to you to the, oh my God, you need a star guy. Let me go give a guy like a Damian Lillard a max contract worth $300 million,
right?
Just to appease the player. We've seen the Cavaliers do that with LeBron James. We've seen the Heat do it with James. We've even seen the Lakers do it with LeBron James. I don't want Brown, Tatum, or Smart, especially Tatum, to get the LeBron James treatment saying that we have to cater, coddle, swallow you, and kiss your freaking rear to make you happy. I don't want to see that. If Brad Stevens does that, then why the hell are you in the damn position? If you're just trying to cater to the player's ass, I don't want to see him play kiss ass.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. I was surprised that even a trade like this could go down during the playoffs because I thought trades couldn't go down unless the playoffs were finished.
I think they become official when during the new league. I mean, remember we saw in the NFL both Stafford and Goff be traded before the playoffs even got started.
Right.
But it didn't become official to the new league year. So it's a move that can be made, just cannot be made formally official until the start of the new league year, which I think this year would probably be around mid-July.
Right.
At this rate.
Possibly.
Because they're still in round 2?
Yeah.
Got that.
We still got 2 Game 7s left.
Oh, Jesus.
To figure out the Eastern Conference. We have the 76ers versus Atlanta Hawks.
So Western Conference at least set.
Yes.
Okay, start that series tonight. Go. Do it. Save yourself some damn time.
They could possibly start it next week because tonight we have Milwaukee against Brooklyn, Game 7. Tomorrow night, both great games. Atlanta Hawks versus 76ers.
And that's it for round 2?
Yep. That'll be it.
My Lord.
Those will be the last games Saturday and Sunday, and then next week, round 3 starts off.
And how long is that going to take? Another 3 weeks?
Knowing them, probably 2-3 weeks, yeah. I mean, it should go basically like every game in like MLB.
Every other day,
NHL.
like the NHL does it.
Not give 3 breaks.
You do, and this is what agitates me with the NBA and how they do their playoff structure. Doing it why, if you're going to give a team 2-3 days off during the regular season, fine. I'm fine with that because it's a 6-month marathon, not a 6-week sprint like we saw with baseball last year. It was a 10-week, 60-game sprint rather than the 162-day marathon that we're literally trudging through right now. Thankfully, it's already half over. But surprisingly with that.
I know.
Can you believe that baseball season's already half over?
Hey, that season the Marlins made the playoffs, so that's a shocker.
Well, all they needed was a season-shortened pandemic type season to get them to playoffs. It's like the Dodgers needed a 60-game season to win a damn World Series
with Mookie on the team first year. Like, come on.
But anyway, what the NHL does is good. You play, you get a day. You play, you get a day. You play. Right. The only time the NHL gives the teams 2 days off is the Cup final round, and that's fine because you play a day, rest, play a day, travel day, practice, play, off, play. Fine. That's fine.
Easily.
The Stanley Cup final takes 2 weeks to complete. Fine. I'm fine with that. NBA. Why the hell does every round need to take 2 to 3 freaking weeks to complete?
It goes a game.
You got a game. 4 days off. 2 games back to back. 3 days off.
I don't understand the NBA right now. Playoff wise, it's just like you have a game.
Play off. You got 7 games done in about 10 days.
Easily.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Baseball completes their playoffs in a month.
It's easy. 2 games.
2 days off. 2 games off. Game. Move on.
Exactly. Next round, 2 games off. 3 games off.
NFL. Literally.
Every weekend.
Wild card, divisional, championship, the Pro Bowl that nobody gives 2 poops about, Super Bowl, done.
Easy. That's all you got to do.
They're done. They're done in 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
The NHL playoffs.
Realistically, 4.
The NHL playoffs will be done quicker than the NBA playoffs.
The NHL playoffs are always finished quicker because the NHL doesn't like to screw around.
Yeah, easily.
They don't like to screw around. The only time they'll screw around, giving the teams 2 days off, is a cup final round, and I'm okay with that. It's the last 2 teams. Where the hell are they going?
Exactly.
Nowhere. Last year in the bubble, when they gave the teams 2 days off, it made no sense. They're in the same freaking area. Don't go anywhere.
Right.
You didn't need to give the teams 2 days off. In a normal year, in a normal setting like this, yeah, fine. Play game, off travel day, the second day off, a practice. I'm fine with that. That system is fine. The NBA system?
Crazy.
Do we really need to wait 3 days between a first game and a second game?
No.
Well, do we really need that?
I mean, people play a lot of minutes in
basketball. I don't give a damn. LeBron James should play 48 minutes game 1. I expect to see him out there fully rested after 1 day off for game 2 2 days later.
Exactly.
You don't need to give a guy that.
No.
Jason Tatum to play 48 minutes. Like, okay, fine. Play 48 minutes again in 2 nights.
Easily.
Done. I don't care. Just play the damn game. Stop wasting everyone's freaking time. So what? Right now, Game 7 of the NBA Finals will be scheduled for what?
Maybe late July.
And they expect to start the season in what? October, November?
Yeah. That's going to be a shortened off season right there.
It was a shortened off season last year. And one thing, too, LeBron James are trying to play peacemaker with the players about the injuries and how they condensed everything. You agreed to this. You agreed to the quick start. What are you bitching about? Seriously. They agreed to that. They agreed that 2 months, not even, after the bubble playoffs ended, you start the next season 72 games. You agreed and signed off on that.
Literally.
And now what? Mid-May, after your team got their asses handed to you in the first round, you're gonna bitch and complain about it?
Basically,
moron. No wonder the Lakers lost because their egos are so high after a championship. Your first one in 10 years. Jesus, I'm sorry. I have zero sympathy for NBA players. You get so many days off, zero excuse. In injuries, they happen.
Right.
LeBron James, though, your team's out. No one cares about you. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your goddamn pie hole already. I'm tired of listening to your ass. All right, enough NBA talk. Devin, thank you for a little bit of insight on the Celtics.
You're welcome.
When we get back, a sport that we both know and love.
Sorry.
The Red Sox have been up and down about the last 2.5 weeks. What do the Red Sox need to do to get out of this funk? Because their pitching staff is
wait till sales back.
Stinky.
Wait till sales back.
TitleTown Throwdown with clutch host Devin Taldani on Nature Sports and the Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
Odyssey Group International doing a lot of great things trying to help lower concussions down at all levels of football, because concussions are a big thing. It was good to see that the NFL concussion rate was down by 5% in 2020. That's always a great thing to see. It's to help these players live longer after their playing days are over. You can find the Odyssey Group at www.odysseygi.com. All right, the Red Sox. And they've been in I want to say a funk, but kind of on that teeter-totter, up and down type of scale. Like, they look good one night. They look like a double-A team one day, then a single-A team, then they go right back to actually look like a major league roster that's actually competent. So, Devin, what did you make out of the 17-game stretch that we had between the Astros, Yankees, and Blue Jays and Braves? Like, what would you grade that kind of little stretch?
I would give that grade like a C+, in all honesty, because, the Astros, we lost, 3 out of 4. The Yankees, surprisingly, we swept them.
Yep.
Even though that, me, I'm a Red Sox fan, but we all know that
that was a ball.
Was a gift.
Oh, that was a ball.
That was a gift. We should
that was ball 4.
Easily. We should have never won that game, but we won that game. What was it, 7-6, 6-5, something like that?
Yeah, like 7-5 and 10.
Yeah. So that was a close game. I'm surprised. We took 2 out of 2 from not 2, like 4 out of 2 from the Blue Jays.
Yep.
And then
split the Blue Jays, lost 2 out of 3 from the Astros.
We swept the Marlins, and then we swept the Braves.
Yep.
Surprising. I was surprised that we actually beat the Braves, because the Braves are a good team. Minus Marcell Ozuna and whatever he's dealing with right now, which
he's never playing a game of baseball.
What is that, like 20 years in jail or whatever?
Something like that.
Right.
His career's over.
Thank God we didn't sign him, because I was telling you we should sign Marcell Ozuna.
His career's over. Sometimes the moves you don't make are the best moves.
Oh, we would have looked like idiots if we would have signed him.
But 10-7 over that 17-game stretch. If you take out that Marlins makeup game, 10-6 in that stretch, it's not a bad stretch. It's about a 5-something win percentage, which isn't bad.
Right.
So you look at that saying, okay, they can compete with these teams. They can at least compete with the Astros. They can't freaking beat them.
No.
That's a different story.
If we face them in the playoffs, I think we lose.
Right now, yeah, with the current. But let's just go back to that Blue Jays series for a minute.
Right.
Last Sunday's 18-4 thumping.
I produced that game. That was
7
terrible.
Home runs.
That was terrible.
7. And the Red Sox had given up no more than 3 home runs in one game.
Right.
Prior to the Saturday before.
Ryan Weber gave up 11 runs. That was terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank God we DFA'd him after that.
Yeah.
So
looking at the Red Sox pitching staff, since Major League Baseball said that we're going to actually start to being hardos and cracking down on the substance, does it kind of make you think that, looking back the first 2 months of the year, that the Sox pitchers are definitely using something?
Yeah.
And then magically June 1st rolls around. Baseball says we're going to start cracking down on this stuff starting June 21st, so get your crap together. Don't you think the Red Sox pitchers have made a complete 180? Because all of them have sucked, with the exception of Eovaldi.
Right. Well, we're expecting to get Chris Sale back by what, like All-Star break, possibly?
Maybe later than that, if at all this year. They're babying him, which I'm okay with.
Right.
You're paying the guys in year now 3 of a contract. We saw him pitch one year and he sucked. He didn't pitch last year because he got the surgery in April, which wasn't expected.
No.
But, it's not good because, we now lose. No, Chris Sale's contract began last season. I apologize. Right. He had one more year left on that other deal. So you're going to be entering year 3 of that contract with nothing to show for it already.
Right.
So then that gives Sale 3 years to prove that, we can get at least a 1-year deal out of it and then probably retire.
Exactly.
But no, Sale will be a huge boost. But looking at the rotation right now,
yep.
Eddie struggled. Richards is struggling still. Pivetta stinks. Martin Perez,
he has
about average.
Yeah.
About average. Evaldi's probably your only legit good guy. So we look at this Red Sox team right now as the deadline is still I want to say 5, maybe 6 weeks away.
Right.
But never too early to start talking about it.
Never.
What does this team need, most importantly, to succeed and try to take that top spot back in the AL East?
I think if I'm the Red Sox, I'm definitely looking for another starting pitcher, possibly. Maybe a good reliever. Ottavino's great. Swarminson's great. Matt Barnes, surprisingly, is a really good closer, surprisingly.
If Matt Barnes is not in the All-Star game representing the Red Sox, there's something wrong.
Right.
And I can't believe I'm saying this. I wanted Matt Barnes out of here 2 years ago.
You and I really hated him.
Because he just could not throw. For some reason, the guy could not pitch on back-to-back days. You throw him out there back-to-back days, he does okay. Oh, yeah. He does 2 saves. He does okay. Nothing that's going to blow you out of the water.
Right.
But he does all right.
Oh, yeah.
He's only blown 2 saves this year? Out of 16 opportunities? So that's good. If he's not in the All-Star game,
there's something wrong with the system.
You're smoking. If Rafael Devers is not in the All-Star game, you're delusional. Bogarts and Martinez will be there. Those two are locked for me.
They better be. And
I'm sure those two will be there. If Rafi Devers isn't there,
I mean, who else would you put at third?
You're delusional.
For the All-Star team?
I don't know. What decent third baseman's out there in the American League?
I'm trying to think. No one.
Exactly.
Not that I can think of other than Rafi Devers.
Now, Devers played in the National League. You can think of 5-6 guys off the top of your head.
Oh yeah, Arenado, Chris Bryant, people like that.
Yeah. So there's that. But no, I agree with you. The Red Sox definitely need bullpen pieces because the bullpen hasn't played. They haven't performed badly,
right?
But they haven't been good. But much better than what they were a couple of years ago, 19 and last year. Last 2 years they were god awful. This year they actually look like a competent bunch.
Well, I mean, name me a year that the Red Sox actually had good relief pitchers.
It's been a while. At least back when Francona was still manager.
I was going to say when they had Okajima because he was a good.
Yeah, 07.
Yeah.
So
that was perfect.
It's been a while. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's when Francona was still managing.
I still don't know how the heck he pitched Okajima. How he looked down at the ground.
I don't know how some of those pitchers pitch and some of their funky pitches. The gyro ball that Dice K had.
He even throw it during a game. That was funny.
Yeah,
did they make a song about that? He's like gyro ball or whatever.
I don't know, but when he threw it though, Dice got all confused. It was a perfect strikeout pitch. I don't know why he didn't use it more often.
And plus, him and who was it? I think Corona had like the slowest delivery ever.
Oh my god!
It's like, we're gonna be here for 4 hours. Great.
Yeah. I need to see a guy put his hand over his head and then wiggle his junk in front of the batter for 30 seconds. Before he actually throws the damn pitch.
Exactly. I was like,
then we still have pitchers nowadays. The Japanese pitchers, they've gotten a lot better. Their delivery is a lot faster. I like Shohei Ohtani. He hits the ball, rubs the ball up for a second, and he releases the next pitch within the next within under 30 seconds.
Easily.
Thank you. Still delivers the ball under 15 seconds, and I love that.
We'll get like an hour and 30-minute game for him thanks to his deliveries.
Yeah. But, you see guys, all guys now, like guys like Price or whatever, have to walk around the mound, rub the baseball, spit on the ground, rub their nutsack, figure out, I wonder what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. Chicken? Nah, I had that last night. Pasta? Nah, we're going out for pasta tomorrow night. I don't know. Okay, now let me think of the pitch. I don't like that pitch. I got
No, hold on. Barnes, come over here.
It takes pitchers and a minute and a freaking half to decide what pitch they want to throw.
I can make myself a turkey and cheese sandwich and he'd still be freaking.
We could use the bathroom at Fenway and still be back, and it'll still be a 1-2 count.
Oh, well, what's the count? It was 0-1 since we came back. Oh, it's still 0-1. Gotcha.
So nothing's changed. So, how many nut scratches did the guy make?
Well, I mean, I'm glad that we got rid of Price. You know, he wasn't he pitched well for Boston. He really did.
He had
2 good years.
He had 2 good years of the years that we had him. He wasn't terrible. He was never terrible. He wasn't great
Except
all
for
the
picking
time.
a fight with Eckersley.
I don't know.
Why would you want to pick a fight with a Hall of Famer?
Who knows? It's David Price. His ego's like
way out. And this is his first year pitching for the Dodgers.
Yeah, he sat out last year.
Right.
Whatever. Benefit of the Red Sox. Red Sox saved money on his contract.
Yeah.
So that only benefited Boston. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Price.
Thanks, David, for being an idiot. But anyway, though, it's just, I don't know. I want to see baseball institute a pitch clock. And some Red Sox pitchers, too. Some of them take forever to throw the damn ball. It's like, just throw it.
Well, I mean, baseball is a slow game. You have to understand that.
I know that. I'm not expecting every Major League Baseball game to take 2 hours.
Right.
Even though that would be ideal. Big innings happen, pitching change. I get that. I expect to be at a game for at least 3 hours.
Right.
But if it's a 2-1 game, guys can't hit you, and you're still taking 3.5 hours to play a 2-1 game, that's on the pitchers for taking so long because they can't decide what pitch they want to throw and where they want to throw it because of all the stupid nerds in their analytics. Just throw the damn baseball. They still have to try and hit it.
So if
they still have to try and hit it.
So if they do add a pitch clock, do you think it'll make the games faster or slower?
I would hope faster.
Like instead of 3-hour games, you think it'll be 1:30 or 2?
Oh no, we're not. We're never gonna see 1:30. The last time there's an 1:30 baseball game, our grandparents weren't even thoughts. Let's be realistic. Our grandparents weren't even thoughts.
Right.
So that's the last time there's an 30-minute baseball game.
I think I was at one game. It was like 1:30. It was like against the Baltimore Orioles. I was like, wow.
I remember that game. That game started at 7, and then it was done at 9:30.
Yeah, I was like, wow, quickest game I've ever been at.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, done. I was like, wow.
Like,
I think the final score was like 3-1. I was like, wow, that was quick.
Well, that just goes to show when pitchers just throwing the baseball, guys just swinging at everything.
Right.
The game goes by fast. Now look, a pitch clock will help just get the pitchers to throw the damn baseball. That's all I want. I don't need to see a guy like Price or Guerin or whoever take 45 seconds to throw a pitch. I don't need to see that. I'm not saying that anything's going to get done within a 5-minute span. No, it can still take 15 minutes to get anything done because of errors, tossing hits, runs, mound visits. Like that's fine. I just don't need to see a pitcher take 30 to 62 seconds
to
deliver a baseball. I don't need to see it. It works fine in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
I love the pitch clock in the minor leagues, and the other games still take 3 hours, but that's fine. It doesn't take any longer than that.
Exactly. It's just like, my grandma can knit 3 sweaters, and it could still be a 3-0 count.
I could mow my lawn. I could mow the entire grass of my house and still be a 2-0 count.
You're just out there mowing there. Hey, what inning we're still top first. Who's pitching? Price. What's the count? Still 2-0.
Yeah, of course.
I was out there for a damn hour. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You haven't missed much.
No, you haven't. And on the topic of baseball and the Red Sox, that brings us to the Titletown Play of the Day. We got a twofer for you. It's actually Titletown Play of the Week, I like to call this little segment. We break down what Boston teams have done, or really just anywhere. It doesn't have to be Red Sox related, but these 2 plays stood out this week in the Red Sox. One for me, one for Devin. So we're going to bring in the first one here. It is the Alex Verdugo go-ahead home run against the Braves, and I do apologize in advance for the very poor video quality because, well, let's just say things won't work, but here's a better look for you. And the Alex Verdugo go-ahead home run from Tuesday night.
That was on the homestand with one of the walk-offs. Swinging a high fly ball, center field deep, racing back Herrera at the wall. Gone! Goodness gracious! Well, you wanted a big hit, and you got it.
I don't know if I smelled that, but it went out of here. I'm thinking fly ball center field, and this ball keeps going. It just flies out of here. Incredible.
Red Sox lead it 10-7.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit. High, something off speed. He gets extension. You go by the look on his face. He thinks it's got a chance, and he's right. This ball carries out of here. Opposite field, out. Gone. 3-run Johnson.
Now, Devin, let's be brutally honest here.
Yes.
Did you think that was just going to be a deep fly ball center field for now?
Here's my scenario of what I thought. I was like, all right, fly ball, it's going to be out, and now we're going to be standing here for like 13 innings.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a lazy fly ball to center field. And by the way you saw Verdugo's face, he was like, I just missed it.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going and going. And then you hear, oh, it's like, what? That went out. Then you see the replay. It's like, yeah, that ball just kept going.
Exactly. I mean, Alex Verdugo has been striving for the Red Sox right now. He's been doing great things for us. And, you know, I don't have nothing else but praise for him. Do you think we won the Mookie Betts trade? That's my question.
I think it's still too early to tell.
Okay.
I mean, yes, Verdugo is playing much better than Mookie Betts is right now at this moment in time.
Right.
But I still think it's a little too early to determine that. All right, so Devin, you brought this. This is your TitleTown play of the week.
This is
the Christian Arroyo grand slam that put the Red Sox ahead for good in the 7th inning on Wednesday night. So let's take a look at that one as well. Christian Arroyo grand slam against the Braves.
All loaded up. Bogarts, Devers, and Vasquez. High fly ball. Look at this baby go. That's a grand slam.
Oh,
Christian Arroyo, what a month he's having.
I got your cutter right here. There he goes again. He didn't bury it. He didn't bury it. Threw him a cutter for a strike, and he lost it. Slammage. Check it out. Oh, my goodness. Get the tape.
Look at the first off.
Wow.
What the hell was this?
So what he was trying to do, let's see if I can stand up and try to do this. He was trying to do like a Euro step like they do in basketball. So that's what the move that Christian Arroyo was trying to do, which I love.
Oh,
I love that.
This is a fun Red Sox team. I love the carts in the dugout. I love that. This is a fun Red Sox. This team reminds you of what they did in 2013 and 2018. Just a fun, likable team that competes.
And they're enjoyable too. And guys, don't worry. The score was 10-8, just like on Tuesday night. So y'all weren't crazy. It was the same game, but different scenarios. First game, Alex Verdugo hit the 3-run shot. Last game, Christian Arroyo. We're not hypothesis on this one, but don't worry about it. But here's the thing: which shot was bigger, the Christian Arroyo grand slam or the Alex Verdugo 3-run shot?
The Arroyo grand slam without a doubt. But both. But we played both the Verdugo and Arroyo home runs because they're big moments in the games.
Right.
Verdugo's home run gave them the go-ahead lead.
Yeah.
And so did Arroyo's. So both impactful.
Arroyo's one was bigger.
Oh yeah, because he drove in 2 more runs.
Exactly.
Yeah, Verdugo is just a simple 2-run shot that I see, 9 times out of 10.
3-run shot.
Arroyo hits a like grand slam. Like thanks for coming.
And I love how Eck knew it was gone, like right off the bat.
Oh, Arroyo knew it was gone, and that's the difference. Verdugo wasn't sure if it would get out. Is like as he's going down for, it's like, okay, might get a chance. Hey, Arroyo, yeah, that's gone. That's gone.
Well, I mean, this guy Christian Arroyo, where do we get him from? Is he like a Pawtucket prospect or where?
Oh no, he's bounced around, and he was a former first-round pick.
Right.
I forgot where he came from. They said it on the broadcast last night. I already forgot, but
he's been a good asset.
Wherever the hell he came from, Cheyenne Bloom, you have my round of applause right there. That is
for me.
That is by when the Red Sox signed this guy, I was like, who the hell is Christian Arroyo?
Yeah.
Now I know who Christian Arroyo is. It's like, get this man a lifetime contract with the Red Sox.
Yeah, make him the full-time second baseman. He could be the new Pee Wee.
Speaking of that, next Friday, the Red Sox are going to be honoring Dustin Pedroia for his entire career with the Red Sox, his 15-year big league career. Sadly, not cut short due to the injury.
Thank you, Manny Machado. Great minds think alike, guys. We've been in college for how many years?
we've known each other for how long? We've done
almost a decade, man. Can you believe it?
We've done how many sports shows together?
A lot.
Exactly. So we're on the same brainwave here. So yeah, thank you for Manny Machado for running what was such a great career.
Exactly.
But he had to, though, too. It's like
at least he has 3 World Series with us.
Oh, yeah, but how many times did he try to come back at? And how many of them failed? All of them.
I think the one in San Francisco really didn't when he fouled the ball off his foot. I think that was the one where he's just like,
oh, well, that was his first major injury, though.
Yeah.
And look, the 2010 Red Sox, they were a good team.
Right.
Till that team was just too many injuries. Like, literally, Pedroia got hurt, Buttholz got hurt.
Right.
Rounding the bases.
How do you get hurt rounding the bases?
Well, think about it. You're an American League pitcher. How often do you take batting practice? How often do you have to run the bases?
Not a lot.
Never.
There was another Red Sox pitcher that got injured that way. He was
Beckett.
No, it wasn't Beckett. It was like a reliever. What was his name?
Oh, and he was such a good reliever too.
Right.
And that screwed him up.
And that hurt him.
Career. Oh, I forgot his name.
He pinch ran it against the Dodgers.
Oh, I know. Oh, John Farrell's dumbass.
What was his
Stephen
name?
Wright.
Stephen Wright. Thank you.
John Farrell's dumbass.
Why would you do that? A relief pitcher. What are you trying to
end his career? Starter.
Yeah.
He was a starter.
He was a starter reliever.
Was John Farrell the most terrible manager the Red Sox had?
Definitely not.
No, you can name about 10 worse, and number one will always be Bobby Valentine.
Oh, I hated him.
Oh, God, that was a god-awful season.
His arguments were funny, though. He looks like a drunken parakeet trying to argue. If you actually think about it. Oh, my God.
No, I can't get the image on my hand.
See, this is what happens when we talk about Bobby V.
Anyway, though, but of all the dumb moves that Farrell had, and he had a lot of them.
Yeah.
That was the most boneheaded move.
Right.
It's
why? Like even Cora wouldn't do that. Tito wouldn't do that.
Francona actually has brain cells. John Farrell, I was pretty sure, had no brain cells.
Terry Francona would have put in Gabe Kapler at the time.
Yeah.
Or Dave Roberts, the legendary Dave Roberts.
Yeah. Honestly, you always look back at that replay. I always still think Jeter might have got him.
Really?
Just before that. Yeah, I mean,
you think
if you
so?
look at when you look at it in real time, even on the YouTube videos, when you look at it in real time, he's safe. When you go back at it and you look at one particular frame, the overhead shot, I always still think to myself, I'm like, did Jeter slap him on the hand before the hand got in there?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about that.
It was because I see that whenever I see that sometimes, and I saw it on TV when the pandemic first started last year. It's like,
right.
And that's the first time I noticed it. And I've watched that video about 100 times since.
Really?
I'm still inconclusive on it. I still think Roberts was safe. But I still think that Jeter might have got him right there in the hand, then the hand got on the base.
Really? That's interesting.
And that's just my perspective from the overhead shot. Maybe if we had it now, if that play happened today in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh, your bacon's cooked. Your bacon is cooked. You're out.
Here's my scenario. Say if Dave Roberts is out, you have 1 out in the 9th inning.
Oh, Red Sox don't win that game. No.
Bill Miller singles, and then after that, nothing happens.
No. The Bill Miller syndrome would mean absolutely nothing. You take Roberts out of that equation,
Yeah.
Yankees sweep your ass, and they probably go on to win that World Series too.
Possibly, yeah.
They probably go on to win. They probably wouldn't go on to win that World Series
easily. They have the team to do it.
And honestly, 07 probably doesn't happen. 13 probably doesn't happen. 18, maybe. I'll give that a big maybe. But the difference between the Red Sox and this is really the Red Sox is dating back to 04.
Right.
2004, lovable idiots.
Right.
And they're the self-proclaimed idiots. And they were lovable idiots.
As Pedro Martinez says, call the Yankees my daddy.
Yep. 2007, it was just a likable team. They weren't flashy or anything. It was just a genuine likable team.
Yeah.
13, you had the beards, and they had.
I love that. That was awesome.
Oh, they had the beards, and it was just the whole Boston Marathon thing. Like
it was enjoyable.
It was a great product to watch, and it was Farrell's first year. Probably about the only competition year Farrell had.
Saying F-bombs, that was great.
Oh, I was at that.
I can't believe you were at that. That must have been so awesome.
Well, initially, I didn't know it was Ortiz's first game back. No, I thought he was still on the DL.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, April 20th, we have all the ceremony, and it's like, oh, by the way, David Ortiz in the line for his first game of the year. It's like, oh, beautiful, perfect. Line us back together.
Is that the same game that Daniel Nalba had his first Grand Slam?
No, that was way back in 2010.
Come on.
It was
Daniel Nalba hit the go-ahead.
He hit the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my God, Fenway win absolutely.
Oh, they must have.
Oh, the whole place went up. The funny thing I remember about that, and we'll wrap this up soon because I do want to get to a couple NFL headlines. Yep. When they all said no, join in to sing the national anthem, the whole park was just like, how the hell are we going to do this? But 37,000, a sellout Fenway Park, did it with gusto, and we sounded amazing.
Exactly. There you go.
I kind of just said the words. I didn't say it at all. Just a video board running broke.
Oh my God, jeez.
But no, we had 2013, the Bearded Brothers. What I loved.
That was awesome.
I loved it.
Every home run, the tug of the beard.
Yep.
That was great.
2018, it was just an all-around likable team. What was their thing? Do damage.
Yep.
Oh,
no, damage done.
The do damage was their whole slogan all year.
Yep.
Oh, they did damage all right. 119 wins. You kicked everyone's ass.
And Nick and I were at the lovely 18-inning affair.
Oh, God.
Wasn't that lovely? You and I were just texting each other like, we don't care who wins. We want to go home.
What aggravated me the most at that night?
I think I know what you'd say.
Dodger fans. Oh, my God, it's midnight.
Me and Nick 3 a.m. Shut up.
Isn't this me seeing in WEI my little cabin that looks like it up there? It's like, oh, that's cute. It's midnight. It's 3 a.m. I want to go to bed. But 2018, it was just a flashy team. I don't think that do damage to the slogan. I don't think they did anything crazy in the dugout.
No.
Holden Martinez had their
little hug thing.
Their hug thing. Yep. Yeah. This year, the lottery card. Whoever came up with that is a genius.
I think he had Core's famous line: "We scored 16 on Yankee Stadium. Suck on it."
Yeah,
because we know that because it plays every day for the WEI Open.
Oh yeah. All right. One more quick break here, then we're done into a couple NFL headlines. We saw this before the show. Tom Brady playing till he's 50? How about no? How about a big resounding no?
We'll see.
How about a resounding no? TitleTown Throwdown on Naked Sports and the Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, If we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
Odyssey Group International. You can find them at www.odysseygi.com. The GI is capitalized. So, some NFL headline, not much Patriots stuff. We kind of know all the Patriots stuff here. This is kind of the dead period in the NFL where nothing's really happening.
I mean, the big question: will Cam Newton start over Mac Jones? Will Mac Jones be
here's the thing. We got between now and week 1 of the regular season to have that conversation. We don't have to talk about that every single week because it just gets nauseating.
Here's the thing: we all know Bill Belichick. He's a smart man. Do you really think he's going to go with a first-round overall draft as a starting quarterback?
No.
Or would you rather have the professional start? You asked me that.
He's trying to go Newton. I already know.
Yeah. Everyone knows week 1 starter will be number 1, Cam Newton.
And then after that, Cam will probably be the start of the first 4 weeks. And depending where the Patriots are in the first 4 weeks, we'll either see a change of quarterback, whether that be Stidham or Jones.
If you would have said Hoyer, I would have had to walk out of here.
God, no. Keep Brian Hoyer on the practice squad. Keep his ass away from an after roster.
Well, I mean, we all know why we signed him for a mentoring for Mac Jones.
Oh, I know.
Obviously.
I know that. But what? Mentoring him, forget that you don't have any timeouts and to take a sack?
That was so
dummy. Anyway, though, we got between now and the started training camp and all of camp and preseason to talk about Jones and Newton. No, a lot of other NFL stuff we got that too.
Okay.
This popped up to mine and Devin's eye. Tom Brady playing to his 50. He said even that's a long time for me.
Yeah,
but could he play to his 50?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, but after seeing Brady on another team for a year, please no.
Well, here's the thing. Can you imagine Tom Brady doing this with another team? Like, say he gets traded to the Detroit Lions.
Oh, God.
Do you think he can make the Detroit Lions look like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots and win a Super Bowl?
As much as I'd like to say yes, it's a resounding no. Who the hell does Detroit have, talent-wise?
Amendola.
No, Amendola's gone.
Oh, he's not on the team?
No, he's gone.
Why hasn't anyone picked him up?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
Come on, you're the NFL guy.
So are you.
Come on, you're the we call you Nick Scheffner here.
You're an NFL guy too. Well, no, but for Brady to be successful in Detroit,
right?
You basically have to bring up the Buccaneers and have the Patriots just for him to be successful.
Basically,
even Tom Brady, for as good as he is, even he can't fix the Detroit Lions.
Even if he goes on the Jets or the Lions, you can't fix that.
You can't fix stupid, and the Jets and Lions are stupid.
Exactly.
If you put him on the Cowboys,
he has something to work with.
Then you actually have a legit, realistic shot because he actually
Gallup, Cooper Lamb.
Yeah, because you actually have competent people there.
Exactly, and you have a top 5.
Although if Tom Brady ever went to the Dallas Cowboys, I had to puke in my goddamn shoes.
Would you throw your Tampa Bay Buccaneers and your New England Patriots jersey?
I want to throw him out. but I probably have to hide him in for a while because I would not be able to look at them.
Jerseys? No.
It's like, yeah, I got 3 Patriots jerseys. I got 2 Laws. I got a Newton. It's like, but didn't you have Brady? It's like, what Brady?
Yeah, who's Brady? That 50-year-old man.
But no, realistically, do you see Tom Brady playing till he's 50?
No, even though he wishes to play till he's 50.
I don't think he'll play.
Exactly.
I'm still thinking 45 he's done. At age 45, he's done.
So this year or one more year?
I think next year.
Yeah.
I think he's signed through Tampa Bay through 2023.
I think
after that he's done.
I think my hot take for this year's NFL season, I don't think the Chiefs or the Buccaneers make the Super Bowl.
The Madden curse. Both Mahomes and Brady are on the cover.
Hello.
Madden curse.
Well, here's the question.
Even though Brady kind of said, "What Madden curse?" We still went to the Super Bowl, but she didn't win it.
Exactly. So here's the thing: if the Buccaneers and the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl, who do you think's going to make it?
The AFC is definitely the Bills.
Yeah.
AFC will be the Buffalo Bills. NFC, I don't know. It's a toss-up. There's a lot of good teams out there. Speaking of Seattle, they're trying to re-sign Jamal Adams, and if they do that, their salary cap.
What does that mean? Oh, that's not. Gotcha. So, if I'm Seattle, do you sign him or do you not?
Oh, do it.
So you want the salary cap to go down?
I mean, if he's going to be effective those years, why not?
What if he does absolutely nothing?
Then you're screwed. Then you basically port yourselves.
Exactly. So if I'm the Seahawks, I'm kind of in a pickle right now.
Yeah, it's something to think about because like he's a good player, but you also have to look at it's a high risk, high reward type of situation.
Right.
But if you don't sign him, it's a low risk, low reward type thing.
Easily.
So no, it's kind of stuff like that, really. So, and another interesting NFL headline. This will be the last one we get to. Well, two quick ones.
What was that?
Oh, so just a couple of quick little things here too. Patrick Mahomes said he wants Tyrann Mathieu back with the Chiefs. I say why not? He's probably one of your best defensive backs that you got. He can run up and get you on a blitz, on a sneak blitz. So I say why not?
Do it. Here's the thing. Why? Because they want to face the Buccaneers again so that him and Brady can have that encounter again? Is that why you want the Honey Badger back? To have the only one kind of suck up to Tom Brady and be like, hey, yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry what I said. It's all fun and games.
Let me kiss your butt. Same way you kiss your son.
Oh, my God. Really? We're bringing his son into this?
I'm kidding.
Tom Brady, if you're watching, we love you.
That is that whole speculative thing that people just like to make fun of Brady for, we haven't seen him do it, but who the hell cares?
No one does.
I don't. It's his kid. It's his kid.
He can do
whatever
what
he wants.
Yeah, we're not judging him.
And the last thing I wanted to get to, and this is just more drama, and really neither side's really helping their cause much. The whole Rodgers and Patrick thing. Rodgers recently came out on a show saying, "I'm offended." There's recently Oh yeah. A picture surfaced around there. I kind of saw that. I kind of chuckled at it. And though it kind of ties back to what Mark Murphy said about Rodgers missing training camp, he's a complicated fella. It's like,
really? Is this another Ross and Rachel, friends and not friends?
I thank you for making that reference. That's what it is. Are
you on a break with the Packers or are you not?
Yeah.
We were on a break.
No, Rodgers could have been fined up to north of $93,000 from the Packers from skipping mandatory minicamp.
Right.
I don't think they did fine him because they don't care enough that he missed minicamp.
Of course not. No.
Now, training camp, though, this is a fine that they cannot prevent. The league instituted last season a $50,000 fine per day for any player holding out.
That's a lot of money right there, man.
Yeah.
You and I don't even have that much money right now to.
You kidding me? If we had, you're kidding me? If we had $50K right now, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'd do with it.
I'd be jumping in just like Scrooge McDuck does.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's $50,000 per day.
A lot.
It can add up to north of $35 million by the end of the season if Rodgers does not report.
And do you think he'll start doing showing up, or do you think he does a scheme?
Oh, 50 grand adds up pretty quick, don't you think? No, just by missing a week, he's out $350,000.
Yeah,
and that's just 1 week. After a month, he's already out to just over $2 million.
So, say if you're Green Bay's GM right now, what are you doing with Aaron Rodgers?
I'm not playing into his role. I'm not playing into his little game. No, it's kind of like
because what does he have? 1 year left in his contract or something like that? Doesn't he have like an opt-out clause or something like that?
From what I've seen in his contract, I don't know if it's 100% accurate.
Okay.
He has a potential out after this upcoming season, but he signed a 4-year contract prior to the beginning of 2019.
Right. So he has 2 years left.
And last year was the first of that 4-year deal.
Wow.
So this will be year number 2 of that contract. Which, again, he has a potential out if he wants to use it.
Easily.
If you want out of Green Bay, can't you just put on your big boy pants and tell Green Bay saying, hey, after the 2021 season, I'm using my opt-out clause
Easily.
to go elsewhere. So that way, Green Bay gets out from under his contract. He gets what he wants. Just look, Green Bay's not trading him. They're not.
They're not idiots.
So Rodgers only has really... Rodgers' options are very slim right now. Is either report on time and suck it up, Buttercup, and just play, and then use your opt-out, or work out something with the team.
Easily.
B, hold out, be fined $50,000 per day until your contract rights are traded away. Just by after week 8, you're screwed. After the trade deadline week 8, if you're not traded by then, if he wants to play, he has to report to Green Bay.
Right.
He has to report to Green Bay regardless if he wants to play.
I never knew this was like the Rodgers, like him like sitting out and stuff. Like this is not him.
And another way too, and this is the way Rodgers can get out of the fine too. Subsequently retire. He retires. He forfeits his $6.8 million roster bonus. He forfeits his nearly $15 million salary, but he doesn't have to pay the $50,000 fine. But, and here's the big but, until his contractual rights are traded, if he wants to come back during the season, he has to go to Green Bay. The Patriots will have until week 8 to trade his contract. If they don't, he has to report to Green Bay no matter what.
Right.
He has until week 13 to go into the season from the retired list. If he does not do that, he cannot play after week 13.
Now that's interesting.
So after the final week 13 game, if he has still not reported, he cannot come back at all for 2021.
Really? That's
he cannot come back at all. Wow. Week 13 is the drop dead date. The Tuesday after week 13.
Yep.
That's it. You're not in camp by then. You're not showing up, and you can't show up until next year. You can't file paperwork to be reinstated until after the Super Bowl, until the new league year starts in 2022. I don't think it'll get that far with Rodgers.
I mean, hopefully.
I really don't think it'll get that far.
I really hope this situation gets fed up with the Packers and Rodgers.
Look, the Packers will get fed up with his antics, and Rodgers is going to get fed up with paying a $50,000 fine.
Right.
So the two will probably converge and mutually agree, say, 2021 will be our last year together.
Just say that.
Yeah, and if you do that,
fine.
The Packers are happy because the Packers, they get an extra year to develop love, which would be extremely wise.
Right.
And Rodgers gets to see what type of market he'll have.
Obviously.
And look, let's think about it. You can kind of compare the Brady and Rodgers situations too.
Right.
Although difference is the GM coach, Bill, he was forcing Brady out. Rodgers wants out, and the team's not budging.
Right.
But the difference is Brady was fed up with the coach and the GM, and he knew he was trying to get him forced out.
Obviously.
But Brady still showed up to the mandatory stuff. Why? Because he's the competitor. He wanted to compete and prove to Bill, saying, hey, I still got this, the old-ass piece of poop.
Right.
Rodgers, he's not even bothering to show up. He's like, I got all this lurch because you haven't done this, and that for me.
That's weird.
Well, what have you done for the Packers lately, Aaron?
Nothing.
Back to 4 NFC Championship game appearances since your last Super Bowl win.
0 Super Bowls.
Nothing to show for it.
Nothing.
Now, look, were all of them his fault? No. Bostic should have had the onside kick. They played like absolute dog crap against the Falcons. They couldn't stop the goddamn run against the 49ers. That
was just an awful game.
This past one against Brady and the Bucks?
No, I'm not talking about that one. The 49ers.
Oh, I know the 49ers one. They couldn't. They wouldn't be able to stop a ghost.
Yeah.
This past one against the Bucks.
Terrible.
Your defense picks Brady off 3 times in one half. You put up 6.
That's it.
6
field goals, and that's it.
6 points in total. Are you freaking kidding me, Aaron? The last one I'll put on Rodgers. He had what? 6 opportunities to make plays, and he didn't make this into one?
Yeah.
I don't care what the play call was.
And you don't kick a field goal.
No, I don't blame him for being upset by that. I'm just as upset by that one.
Right.
That's a boneheaded play call there. I don't know who the hell called that. Either LaFleur or
I think they're saying
whoever.
LaFleur called that one.
Boneheaded.
Yeah.
Bonehead.
Absolutely bogus.
Bonehead with the capital bonehead. So, look, is it all Rodgers? No. Is it all the Packers?
Possibly.
Not necessarily either. The way for their tensions and their troubles, I think it's an even 50-50 split. Some of it has to do with Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it has to do with Green Bay. And Rodgers has said it was never about the draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's never about Love. He loves Jordan Love.
Right.
He said it's the philosophy and how they talked about the pick, why they made the pick. It's like, oh, I understand that. The philosophy has changed.
Obviously.
But you're making the philosophy not much better by pulling this crap. You can stabilize the philosophy a little bit by still showing up and doing your job.
Right.
Now look, I know OTAs aren't mandatory, they're voluntary. I don't care about the OTAs. No veteran player should be forced to go to OTAs.
No, of course
it's an
not.
optional thing.
Yeah.
The mandatory stuff, I expect a veteran player of his stature to be there. And the fact that he wasn't there, I was disappointed. Was it the end all is all? No, it was not. Training camp is where it's gonna come down to it.
Right.
Do you want to pay $50,000?
I know I wouldn't.
Let's think about it. You got 18 weeks of regular season now. Add 3 on from the preseason. That's 20 plus 2 weeks of training camp before games actually start. 22 weeks worth of fines. That's over $35 million. Do you want to do that?
No, I know I wouldn't.
No, I don't. And
unless he has like $100 million, and
the guy's made a lot of money. Does he need the money? No, he really doesn't. But would it be a bad look on him?
No,
if he's trying to get out of Green Bay,
right?
No, because then other teams don't look at that and say, "Well, if he doesn't like it here after a year and he pulls this crap, why the hell do we want to bother with it?"
That's
and a team like Denver, who he's been rumored to, which I think he'd be a good fit out there.
But what do they have out there? That's the question.
Yeah,
you really think Jermaine Judy's like a Demaryius Thomas?
He could become that, but I think that'd be a good fit for him there to end his career like Peyton Manning was.
Right.
But let's say in Denver's situation, Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock returns to the form that he was in that 5-game stint in 2019.
Yep.
Say Teddy Bridgewater returns to the form and he's massive. One of those guys leads Denver to say a playoff berth and say they win it and say they win a couple games. You don't need Rodgers then. Then Denver's out. I don't think there's many teams available for Rodgers would like to have him. Say Derek Carr plays his ass off in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
The Raiders make the playoffs and they go on a little mini run. You don't need Rodgers then.
No.
So really, the only person who can pork Rodgers here is Rodgers.
Yeah.
The Green Bay's not porking him.
No.
I'm fine with Green Bay standing past saying we're not treating you.
Right.
Show up and let's talk. If you still want out, then we'll try to work something out of a trade for you. Whether that happens by week 8 or it happens beginning of the off season next year.
And I think if Aaron Rodgers wants out, I've been hearing rumors Devontae Adams wants out of Green Bay.
Devontae Adams is in the contract year anyway. But credit to Devontae Adams. He's not letting it bother him. He's still showing up. Devontae Adams can easily do the same thing Rodgers is doing.
Right.
Hold out till he gets a new deal.
But he's manning it out.
He's telling himself, suck it up, Buttercup. I had nothing when I was a kid. I have everything now. I still got much to prove. He's saying, suck it up, Buttercup. It'll happen when it happens. If it doesn't with Green Bay, then I did it with another team. But right now, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
That's my message to Aaron Rodgers right now. Suck it up, Buttercup. Report to Green Bay. If you still want out, formally request a trade, and the Packers do their very best to accommodate. If it doesn't happen this season, play out and compete. I expect him to still compete. I still expect Aaron Rodgers to fully on compete. I don't think he's going to piss away a game on purpose.
So my final question for you, do you see Aaron Rodgers in a Green Bay uniform, or do you see him in another team?
For 2021?
Yeah.
I see him in a Green Bay uniform.
Okay. I'm going to say the opposite. I say he plays for another team.
What team?
Like we've been talking about. I can't see him play anywhere else. But the Denver Broncos, I really can't.
We also said the same thing about Brady. We can't see him playing anywhere else but a Patriots
But
uniform.
look where he goes.
And look where he goes. He goes to Tampa Bay, wins a freaking Super Bowl.
Do you think he goes to the Chargers?
No. They have such a big boner for Justin Herbert right now. Are you kidding me? He's not going to the Chargers.
Oh my God.
He'll go to the Rams. The Rams will dump Matthew Stafford first before the Chargers dump Herbert. And I don't think the Rams are dumping Matthew Stafford anytime soon either.
Because I can see Rodgers. He's obviously going to Denver. Everyone's saying he's rumored there. So it seems like.
But Denver hasn't made a formal offer.
No.
Denver hasn't even said that they've shown interest in him.
Well, my question is, why would you try to trade for Teddy Bridgewater if you're trying
That's
to trade
what
for
I'm
Aaron
saying.
Rodgers?
That's what I couldn't wrap my head around. The day before all this came out, the Broncos traded for Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
And then Adam Schefter comes out with bombshell and saying he's been linked to Denver. Then why the hell did Denver waste their time, Bridgewater's time, and Carolina's time, and they're just going to go out and get Rodgers? But they haven't. They haven't made any phone calls to Green Bay.
No.
They haven't shown any legit interest in Rodgers.
Right.
How much more black and blue can that get for? And I'm not saying like you, because this is your thing.
Yeah.
But how much more black and blue and black and white can get for you? Denver has shown zero interest in Rodgers, and yet he's still being rumored there. John Elway hasn't said a freaking peep, because Elway knows if he opens up his stupid trap and says something stupid, the media's not going to shut up about it.
Yeah.
And John Elway, I think he's playing the smart guy game. I want to see what I have in between either Locke or Bridgewater.
Because we all know Bridgewater's starting over Locke.
Oh,
easily.
And look, if Bridgewater stinks and Locke restarts, and if Locke sucks, okay, then I'll then I'm going to entertain that, because then I'll actually believe it.
I mean, here's the thing.
But if Bridgewater plays well and Drew Locke plays well, whichever one starts, why bother with Rodgers?
Here's the thing. Who are the Denver Broncos sending to the Green Bay Packers if they're trading?
That's my question. Who the hell does Denver have?
They don't have anyone. That's like, besides Von Miller.
You're not getting Von Miller.
No. In order to get Aaron Rodgers, you're not trading your top linebacker.
Would that be a fair trade for Green Bay? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they would say Von Miller. Yeah, go right ahead.
They'd be salivating at the mouth for Von Miller. Are you kidding me?
And if he does well in Green Bay, yikes, he could be like a Clay Matthews.
Yeah, I won't go that far. I think Von Miller's a lot more athletically better than Clay Matthews. Even though I love Clay Matthews.
Is he still on the Rams, by the way?
Oh no, Clay Matthews is retired.
Okay.
As much as I love Clay Matthews to death, I think he's personally one of my favorite linebackers of all time.
Right.
Von Miller's better than him. I have zero problem.
No doubts. Yeah.
But if you're Denver, you're not giving Green Bay Von Miller.
No.
You're not doing that at all.
Unless it's like a shocker trade, you send Devontae Adams.
Unless you're saying Rodgers and Adams in a package deal, and maybe
you are not sending,
and maybe Robert Tonyan in return. Like, you're not getting Von Miller.
No,
you're not getting. You can try it.
You can always dream, but you can't succeed.
You can try it. You can give it a good try.
But we all know it's not.
It would be a conversation piece.
Yeah,
but it ain't gonna happen.
No.
The only guys I can see really Denver giving up would be like maybe a first round pick, Drew Locke,
Noah Fant, the tight end.
Yeah, Noah Fant, and maybe a low level wide receiver. That's about it. Yeah. I don't see them getting rid of Jerry Jeudy.
No, because I bet you if Aaron Rodgers like, hey, I need Jerry.
Yeah,
Jeudy.
He's gonna need Jeudy.
Yeah.
Now, if you
maybe trade in like Courtland Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton has been spun around in there. I still wouldn't do that if I was Green Bay, because
that's still not a win for the Green Bay Packers if you're trading Rodgers.
It's not.
You're kind of getting a crappy deal, basically.
Yeah, I mean, do you get a good receiver in Sutton? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But Drew Locke's still an unknown. You don't know what you have with Jordan Love. You already know what everybody knows where you have Blake Bortles, suckitude.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they even try to trade or sign Blake Bortles. If they're investing in Love, why?
I guess mentor.
Well, just in case Love gets injured.
I guess mentorship is something. Have like a veteran backup in case if Rodgers doesn't come in at any point. I'll tell you this: if Rodgers comes in week by week after week 2, and the Patriots will say 1-1, 0-2,
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is happy ass is walking through that door. You bet your biscuits week 3, Aaron Rodgers is under center and Jordan Love is holding the clipboard.
Yeah.
The second Aaron Rodgers steps into that building,
yeah,
QB1 is back. Jordan Love, take a seat. You're done.
Yeah.
We saw your small sample size you got miles to go.
Right.
Aaron, let's go. And then Green Bay could easily rattle off 13 wins. I with Aaron Rodgers, I got them 13-4.
How about without?
7-10.
Okay, that's
they're not going to go. People think that they're going to go 2-15 with Jordan. They're not.
You guys are not the Detroit Lions. Stop it.
They're not.
Stop that.
They're far more talented than the Detroit Lions. They're far more talented than the Arizona Cardinals. They're far more talented than the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
They're far more talented than half the NFC.
Yeah.
7-10 is the low benchmark.
Yeah.
And that they can do no worse than that.
8-9 is pushing it, but 7-10.
8-9 would be fine. 9-8 is pushing it.
Easily.
Anything 500 above is pushing it. 8-9, 7-10 with Jordan Love.
No doubt about it.
If Blake Bortles is starting, then I'll believe the 2-15.
Yeah.
Then I'll believe the 2-15.
Easily.
All right, went well over, but that's okay. Though.
Yeah.
We had a good Rodgers. I wanted to.
Hey, we went over on my show. We went over at your show.
And I wanted to have someone to have a good Rodgers conversation with because I've been dying for that.
Yeah. Who else knows football but your best friend?
Exactly. So I've just been dying to have a Rodgers conversation with someone, get someone else's perspective on it, and now I can bitch about the whole Rodgers situation in peace.
Exactly.
By myself.
And we can say more words that we want to say off air.
Yes. Even though this is on Naked Sports, we can say anything we want in the book. We're also on the Fans Only Sports Network, and I still want to try to keep this as PG-13 as possible.
Right.
All right, but Devin, thank you so much for coming down.
You're welcome, my friend.
Buddy. We'll be back next week. We'll dive a little bit more into what the Celtics needs for the offseason will be, more of the Bruins needs, expansion draft coming up, who the Seattle Kraken will probably take away from the Bruins. Look at their projected list and how the Red Sox are doing at that point. And hopefully an update on the Rodgers situation. Hopefully it's a positive one. All right. Thank you for watching TitleTown Throwdown. We will see you next Saturday. Have a good rest of your weekend.